Good morning, everybody. It is another gorgeous day out. It really is. It's probably about 78 degrees. There's a nice light breeze, and oh my goodness. I'm sitting in the swing in the back corner where we built the fence, and man, it is just really, really gorgeous out here. Very relaxing. So, the topic for today that I kind of wanted to talk to everybody about is raised bed gardening. A lot of people have been asking me why you're doing raised beds, why aren't you just doing regular gardens? So I kind of wanted to go over some of my personal reasonings and why I find it better than traditional in the ground gardening. So the first thing, looking at the dogs over there, is it's higher than the ground level. For me, that's a big thing because I have two bad hips. So getting on the ground, stooping over, this way, you can get a cart and sit on it and still be relatively straight across from it. You can sit down while you're weeding, you can sit down while you're planting. That's why I really like it. I can kneel down as well instead of just, on your hands and knees. Planting in the ground is no fun. If anybody's ever had a traditional garden, it's a lot of work in the ground. So I'm also, one of the other reasons why I'm doing raised garden beds is because they can solve difficult soil issues, and our soil issues here in Indiana is very sandy, just for the fact that it used to be, all of Indiana used to be a shallow lake, so it's very sandy, and there's really hardly any topsoil in certain places, and especially on our property right now, it's very sandy, dry kind of soil. So raised beds, you can improve because you can control the medium that you're putting in there. So you improve the production, and you also save space and time. So you being in control with the soil that you're putting in the bed, you actually have control of how things are producing and what you're producing. So also you save space and time. You're saving time by not working a large area. You're only managing a small portion. So that portion that you are managing in a raised bed, that area, you have control over the weeds, what goes in it, the medium soil, and you also have control of the money that you're putting into those raised beds, the materials that you make the raised bed with initially, and then you have control of the medium that you're actually planting in it. You have control of the vegetables that you want to grow, all kinds of stuff. So then that brings me to the next thing is, so crops produced in beds, I think they grow better during the growing, because they grow in deeper, but yet the medium is loose enough for the roots to really take hold. And fertile soil, sorry, I'm watching the dog. So fertile soil that is never walked in. So you're not walking on like a traditional garden in the ground and compacting that soil. So this soil stays loose. It's able for the roots to move freely in it and grow stronger and deeper. Also, I'm finding that that raised beds also save time and money because you only dig and fertilize and water in those beds. So you're ignoring the rest of the soil that's around in the paths and stuff. So you're not wasting a lot of time and money doing the whole area. You're just doing a specific area, which is really great. It really is. So also, you don't need to weed as much. I hardly ever weed in my raised beds, and this is the first year that I've been doing raised beds. So because I'm controlling the medium that I'm actually putting in it, so I know that that soil is good and fertilized, and it's basically all natural because I don't use chemicals in my beds. And I'm finding that less weeds grow. Yeah, I still have a couple. I'm not saying that it's weed free, but I don't really have to weed. I really only have to worry about like little grasses here and there. So, and that's important to me because I don't want to spend a lot of time weeding, because we all know that when our seedlings come up, we have a hard time distinguishing what's weed and what's plant, you know. So also, I'm finding that even me, because I have bad hips, that it becomes a mobility issue when you're in the ground planting. You have to get all the way down. This way you can stay pretty much up off the ground, and you have control. You can sit, even if you were in a wheelchair. I believe that if you made a raised bed high enough, you would be able to garden. So it's easily accessible to those people who would have disabilities, who would not be able to get on the ground, if a person was paralyzed or something like that. So that's why I'm finding that these raised beds are just awesome, guys. They really are. I'm finding that even guys, this is the first year, and I'm so excited about these raised beds. They have done really, really well, and this is just the first year. A lot of you have been following my videos, and it's been an experiment the whole way, but I'm really excited because all these ideas keep coming in my head about what I'm going to do next year. So because we will still be at this property probably another whole year, so I have plenty of time to make my ideas all flourish. So it's really exciting, and I'm really excited about the fall production too. Being a first-time fall producer in Zone 5. Now, anybody living in Zone 5, you know that it gets really cold and we get lots of snow. Yeah, and because I live up near Lake Michigan, we actually get what is called, oh sorry, I cover up the camera, what is called lake effect. So as a storm rolls in, usually it swirls back around the lake and causes even more snow. Yeah, so anybody lives up in Indiana up by the lake, you know what lake effect is. And I mean, it is not fun, guys. So last year, let me tell you a little story about lake effect. So last year, with the polar vortex and all that stuff that was going on, we had a storm come through, and it was a 6-hour storm, and we got 14 inches. Yeah, because of the lake effects. So when the storm comes through the lake, it ends up swirling up, back and around through the lake, and comes back down. And this can happen multiple times depending on the jet stream of the trajectory of the storm as well. So it's not fun, and by the 5th time shoveling 2 feet each time, I was done. I was like, I'm not shoveling anymore, man. And it was heavy, wet snow too. So 2 feet at a time, shoveling and stuff. So I mean, it can be it can be quite challenging. So gardening in this area, when you get that amount of snow, I know we don't live in Canada and they get like tons, and like we're talking 3 feet and stuff. So but our little 14-18 inches every once in a while that we get, it's a big deal, right? So the gardening part, when you're trying to grow food in areas that get that significant amount of snow, can be very challenging. And I wish I had started doing more stuff like this years ago, but I was into way more expensive, you know, stuff. And but gardening has really brought me back to nature, and my degree is in conservation management and wildlife biology. And man, I have been away from doing the things that I love for a while. Life gets busy. Who knows what happens, you know, our interests change, but coming back to what I love has really been, wow, just I am enamored by how much I didn't really realize how much I really like it and love it, you know. Yeah, so alright guys, so yeah, just a little kind of talk to today. It is just gorgeous out here, guys. Light breeze. You guys can see the trees are blowing behind me. And yeah, it's gorgeous out here. The dogs are out here with me. We're all kind of just hanging out. And yeah. Yep. Oh, so last night, it kind of got really cool last night, and I am so glad that I closed up our hoop houses, because I was looking in there and there's some, looks like frost bits that were from the other night. So I am so happy that I actually covered them up, because it got really chilly last night. We're talking like maybe 50, 51, 50 degrees yesterday. So yeah, so it is going to be, and it feels, there's something in the air. It kind of feels like it's like fall is coming. So, but yeah guys, I just wanted to share that information with you. What ideas do you have about your rays, and what kinds of gardening do you like to do? I know a lot of people are doing back to Eden gardens as well. All kinds of gardening ideas, guys. Oh, also, if you guys live like in an apartment or in a condo or something, and you have like any kind of outdoor space at all, a patio or a shared patio or something like that, there are containers that you can grow tomato plant. They're called patio tomatoes, and they produce very, very well. So anybody that lives in a apartment or a condominium who don't really have a lot of outdoor space to have a little garden or a little raised bed, think about container planting. You could always put a pot in the window and grow a pepper plant or something like that. So think about it. You could really grow a vegetable like an indoor plant. So keep the ideas flowing, guys, and never stop creating. And we'll catch you on the next one, guys. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. And if you guys like this video, give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. All right, guys. Catch you on the next one. Happy Tuesday.